Well, today is the 3rd of February, it's 2025, and it's happy birthday, Monroe.
Happy birthday to you, Monroe.
Hope you have a lovely day, and we'll see you later on in the week, and we'll celebrate a bit further. And we're just down at the bus stop now, catching a bus into Palma, and he's just going to go wandering around the shops with Yvonne, and I'll go and discover a bit more Palma. Well, we've reached our destination, and we're in Palma. Sun's shining, and we've seen two thermometers. One said 19 degrees, the other said 13, and I believe the 13 actually. It's a cool day, but in the sunshine it's not too bad. Going to meet Yvonne, have a coffee first, and then they'll go on their way. And Yvonne's waiting for us. It's a busy city today. Sounds busy. This is Sindicato. We're going to have a coffee now. Well, the girls have gone off to do their thing, looking around the shops. Anita's still looking for more boots, and she's got a new pair of boots on, but she wants some new dressy sort of boots, so she's looking for that. And I've just come up to Plaza España, which is now all finished and looking how it's supposed to do. Got a cherry picker out, so I don't know, maybe they're doing some work on the trees here. Huge tree, that one. But all looking pretty much as it should. And just noticing we do have a police presence. They've said they're just going to keep a presence here in Plaza España just to make sure there are no problems. There were a few problems earlier on in the year, well, not this year but last year, and since then they've said they're going to keep an eye on it. So we've got a couple of police who are just on duty here. And there's the statue, Jaime the Conqueror. And across the road is the intermodal railway station and bus station and metro station and everything station. Just going to walk in towards San Miguel. Well, you think all of the fiestas are over with Christmas all done and San Antonio, San Sebastian, but actually over the weekend there have been some toradas, which are like a bonfire with a barbecue. One in our local village. I didn't even know that was going on, otherwise we might have popped down. But the weather over the weekend hasn't been very good. We've had a lot of rain, and we've even had snow up on the mountains. It's supposed to be improving now, and there you go, look, blue sky up there, looking a lot better. So we didn't get out very much over the weekend at all. Did actually go to a funeral, a friend who passed away last week, and had his funeral. And actually, while I was there, heard of someone else that we knew who passed away. That was Margaret Whittaker, founder of Slimmest World in the UK, but also founder here, well not founder, but owner of Sonamar, the dinner show. So just down there we've got Oms, Carrera del Oms, and that's San Miguel. I'm just going to have a look to see if there's anything interesting on at the museum up here before I go down to San Miguel. It's always a place on my itinerary just to come down, have a look and see what's going on here. Well, nothing at the moment, but on the 6th we've got another exhibition coming up, so I'll be down next week or so, have a look, see what's going on there. So I'm going to walk down San Miguel, heading towards Plaza Mayor. Actually going to make a little detour as I'm going down here. So, there's a little shopping area that I always avoid, and it's one we used to go to quite a lot years ago, and I just thought maybe just take a little look. I think most people who will just walk straight down here and not venture off at all to the sides. And I'm going to go down. Here we go. This is the one I'm going to go down by the church here. And show you that there are a few little shops and things. Traditional cobblers there. But this is a little shopping area, not far from the Oliver Market. It's got a few bars in it, it's got some shops in it, and well, that's one I tend to forget to come to. Here they sell things like these, look like miniature wedding dresses, and these are children's clothes here. Just to show you that that one there, that dress, which is a little girl's dress, is 895 euros, and the sailor suit next to it for the boy is 505 euros. They can be very, very expensive. And these are for the First Communion, which is a big celebration for youngsters here in Mallorca, Spain in general. And they will have parties. They'll have the ceremony obviously in the church, but afterwards they have a big party for all the family and friends, and it's not too dissimilar from a wedding occasion. Here you've got sort of all the decorations that might go on the cakes, some wedding and other events. Herbs and spices, and the natural sorts of things. A shop I hadn't really noticed before. This is one that sells all model type things. Used to be a really big model shop, and well, nice to see one here where youngsters can get their, well, youngsters and adults really, get their models and make some quite amazing things. There's a huge German Bismarck battleship. Clothes alterations here if you need your clothes taken in. I think I've gone a little bit beyond that. Cafes. Just off the beaten track a little bit here. Obviously very popular. Somewhere closing down, the owners are retiring. Other places with the rebajas, the sales that are on. And we're coming back now onto San Miguel, and right in front of us is Cappuccino, the cafe. Very nice, really quite special. Go in there, have yourself a coffee or a cocktail, or it's just beautiful surroundings. Anita and I go there occasionally. Make it something special though. And now we're in San Miguel. A couple of pharmacies coming up to see if we can get a temperature on either of them. January, February are really the two coldest months of the year, so we expect to get low temperatures now. One down below says 15 degrees. And that could be about right. Cool, but not cold. Church open there, you can go in, have a look around. And if you're walking through Palma and the church is open like that, I do suggest you go in. And you can make a little donation as well. There's always somewhere you can do a voluntary donation. But they're beautiful buildings, very well cared for, very well looked after, and wonderful architecture and art. To 70% off there in their sales. All of the sales, I guess, are coming towards an end now that we're in February. So I was saying about the fiestas being over now. We've had the Christmas and we've had the San Sebastian, San Antonio. San Antonio, I'm pretty sure now has finished completely, though one or two areas might still have some other events. It doesn't really mean it's come to an end. Different parts of the island will have their own celebrations for different things in different villages. The next big one, though, is actually this weekend coming, Chinese New Year. We do have quite a community of Chinese, and this event has been growing over the past few years. Don't think we went last year, but all being well, we'll try and get down there this year and have a look to see what's going on. Very well organised, and I don't know how typical it is, but it's certainly quite an event with lots of stalls, lots of activities going on, stages, music, all sorts of different presentations. And so looking forward to seeing some of that over the weekend. And then the next will be, I'm guessing, Carnival, which is already being prepared. Do need to go in here, perhaps with Anita, the museum in San Miguel. I don't really have the time to do that today, but that's on my to-do list as well. Quite often you go in these places and they say you can't film, so I'll have to find out about that. Just approaching now Plaza Mayor. It's been one of the central places for events over Christmas, right up through San Sebastian. And hopefully this year we're going to see some progress being made on the commercial centre that's down below. So just here we've got all the steps now. There used to be an escalator that used to take you down to the shopping centre. The shopping centre's been closed now for years, and well, it's becoming derelict and a bit of an eyesore. The reason you can go down here is because there's access to the car park down there. But plans are afoot for all of this to be redeveloped, and the whole plaza to be redeveloped. Oh, who have I bumped into over here?
Also in my neighborhood in Istanbul.
Nice to see you.
Now they're going off on that direction where I've just come from, and I'll go in this direction to quite a different place, Plaza Mayor, with almost nothing around. It's just a few tables and chairs out. That's just very typical. The restaurants here put their tables and chairs out onto the plaza. I'm going to head out this way. One thing I'm actually noticing is it is very quiet. Today is Monday and it's just coming up to 11 o'clock. It's very quiet, so I'm wondering whether there is actually any cruise ship in town. When there's a cruise ship in town, and you notice a lot more people walking around Palma, and sometimes we can have 2 or 3 cruise ships in town. Apparently it was down a fraction last year, and there are moves on both sides, one to increase the number of cruise ships and one to decrease the number of cruise ships. I'm not sure who's going to win there. The cruise ships do bring in people who by and large spend some money, but it can be huge numbers that come in. This is Jaume Dos, Jaime II, and just walk down here a little way. And the other one, both these are the roads, the one to the left and this one, will allow me to get to Plaza Court, which is where the town hall is, the Ayuntamiento. Nice set of hats there. €9.50. Now that's a nice price. I must remember that when I need a new one. €9.50. I think I paid about £30 from Marks and Spencer's for my last one. But it's lasting me. It's a good one. I think it might be a little bit better quality. Yeah, let's look at the chilies there. We have a string of those in our kitchen, and I just take 1 or 2 off when I'm doing some cooking and use that. Because it is a sort of quieter time of the year, some of the shops appear to be taking a little break and having their holidays. And maybe they'll open up later on. This one is called Paraguas. Now, if you're wondering where Anita gets her parasols from, this is where she's had the last 2 from here. If you go to the back of the store, they've got a whole range of different parasols, and that's where Anita's been getting hers from. I think she may have had some fans from here as well. It's a very nice store to have a look around. Some major work going on this corner. the Barcelona shop. We don't go in there, of course. We had a football match at the weekend and played much better, but still didn't manage to win. And it was Atletico Madrid, one of the top teams in La Liga, and we put on a good show. Well, that's the Mallorca shop, which is closed. And there used to be a Real Madrid shop here. That's gone as well. I don't know why the Mallorca shop's not closed. But, one that we do go to occasionally, just coming up now into Plaza Court. And this is the town hall in front of us. Again, lots of celebrations over Christmas, New Year. San Sebastian would have been here in the town hall. And then here is the olive tree. Absolutely amazing, beautiful tree. That's actually not originally here. It was moved here some years ago. Really, just an interesting shape. Hotel court there, and then this is the Cappuccino 5-star hotel here. Starbucks over there, and that's the town hall, just coming up to 11 o'clock.
No, but
and the bells are ringing to tell us that it is just coming up to 11 o'clock. It's Conseil, beautiful architecture here. Coming down here, this is where the government offices are. All these buildings on the right are government related. This is actually the BP, which is the Partido Popular. That's the equivalent of the Conservative Party, I suppose. They've got their offices there as well. There are some other things. This is two-wheel tours. You get your Segway here, and you can ride yourself around Palma. Let's see. Economy. And here, this is the main gate, main door to the Parliament of the Baleares. So it's the I'm going to go down this way towards the Cathedral now. It's all gated off down there. Big steps here. I could have gone down the ramp, couldn't I? You see cars like this around. These are EB3, that's the local television and radio, and they cover things. And over the weekend and a few days before, they've been covering the cycling races that have been going on, closing roads all over the island. And I think it's gone very well, except on Saturday when the weather was so bad. The cyclists themselves actually called off the race. So they've been cycling for about an hour, and the cyclists said this is just not safe. People are falling off the bikes because of the weather. And they were heading up to the Tramontana, the mountains, and there was snow higher up. I don't think they would have got anywhere near to the snow line, but the weather was just rain, wind, very strong winds we've had, and just not suitable, so they cancelled that. The organisers were not very happy, of course, because they got a lot at stake. It was being televised and shown all over the world, and suddenly it was stopped. It's the entrance to the cathedral down there, and it looks like we've got a couple of school groups waiting to go in. The cathedral itself was open yesterday morning. That was Sunday morning, 2nd of February. And they opened at something like, I don't know, 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. And the queue apparently went all the way up to Plaza Court. So the queue went all the way down here, all the way up to Plaza Court at 7 o'clock in the morning. People waiting to get in to witness the Festival of Light. The Festival of Light is when it only happens twice a year, February and November, is when the light from the rose window on the opposite side, so we've got one on this side, shines through onto the wall that is on the other side of this door. And if you're there at about 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, you actually see 2 rose windows. You see the one that's actually there and the projection of the other one on the wall. I didn't go, and well, it did actually appear very briefly. The clouds came over, and it was really not a very good day for it. So that was one reason for that. And the other reason, the road in front was closed because of the cycle racing. So it would have been a little bit more difficult to actually get to the car park down below. This is an area where you usually see lots of tourists coming up here and having a look at the cathedral and going into the cathedral. But as I guessed, there are no cruise ships in today. We've got some ferries. The Baleares, the GNV, maybe a couple of those, but there are no cruise ships in today, so a lot less in the way of tourists around. And just down below here, another sign is there's none of the street sellers with their wares selling illegally down there. There's none of them. That's Parc de Mar, and the bar at the end on the opposite side, referred to as the Guinness Bar. Doesn't have many clients today. Again, there's no cruise ships bringing them in. What are we going to get this year in the way of cruise ships? Well, I think it'll be the same as last year. I don't think we're going to get any less. We might even get a few more. We'll see. It is a beautiful spot, this is, where you can sit and watch the sea that side, or you can look at the cathedral on this side, which is in constant need of TLC. And so we've got some scaffolding up there with an image painted on it just to make it look as though it's not then there. Anyway, behind that they're doing some work on the brickwork, so it needs to be done. If you get a bit closer to the brickwork, you can see that, particularly at the lower levels, it gets worn away, and you've got to keep that repaired for a building that's 700 years old. It's in remarkable shape. The sign there says if you want to go into the cathedral, you got to go around that way. If you want to go to the museum, which is part of the cathedral, then it's this way. And that's something I need to do again, because the last time I went, I did a video, but it wasn't very good, so I'm not even sure I posted it. So I think I need to go and come on a special occasion and have a look around there and make a better video. Just have another look down Parc de Mar. See, there's that walkway all the way around there. The water doesn't have an exit, an actual exit to the sea, so you don't see boats in here. The only boats you ever see in there are the ones that are actually cleaning the water. There is there in the middle a fountain, and they put that on regularly, and that's just to add oxygen to the water, so that the fish in there can live, and that it can not stagnate. There's a little bit of a sort of a theatre area down here. Some people doing some exercises, I think, down there. And then that's a museum, but I had an issue with health and safety. Even in Spain, we do have health and safety. You might not think it, having watched the Correfoc, but that's the reason it's closed is because it didn't meet some health and safety regulations, and well, nothing's been done. It's been closed quite some time, so I've never actually been into that museum. It's one that I do particularly want to go, so when it does reopen, it's on my list of to-dos. And right in front of us, the grand building, is where the museum for the cathedral is. Again, I need to do that on another occasion. The sun now is really warm, beautiful sunshine. Just look at that beautiful building as well. See if we've got the opening times on here if you're planning a visit. So high season, April to October, it's open from 10 till 4:45. That's on Monday to Friday. And then from November to March, it's 10 o'clock till 3:45, Monday to Friday. Saturdays open from 10 until 2:15. Well, just a last look at the boats out there. One of them is the Grimaldi Transmed. I can see now. Couldn't see that side before. So we've got the Grimaldi, we've got the GMV, and we've got the Baleares. But no cruise ships at all. I think the Grimaldi might be about to set sail. Just over that way in the distance we can see Belvedere Castle, which overlooks the port, and up on the hill the monument Nabagesa, which is where we live, near, well, not Nabagesa, we live just below it in Genova. I did put a video up the other day just to show you our little village. Alright, so I'm just going to walk up now some of the narrow streets, which I love going along these narrow streets. They're really nice. I'm not sure I'd like to do it at night time, but certainly in the day they're really quite interesting places. And in the summer they're cooler places to walk as well, so you always find some shade. And you find interesting buildings and interesting architecture tucked away behind gates like that. And nice and quiet. There's garages here. You wonder how cars can actually fit up some of these roads. You come across lovely gates like this. Can't say I've ever been in here before. Very uneven surface to walk on. Come in then, have a look at the gardens. You can listen to the birds singing. Little pond with some goldfish. Lots of herbs, I think, here. We've not got smelly vision, so you can't smell them, but they do smell very nice. Need to be in a element here with all of the different herbs that are growing. That for a piece of wood. Oh, that's a nice little discovery for me today. I must have walked past that gate many times, and probably it's not been open, I don't know. Water very important here, so very important to collect the water. And we've got fish in there as well. Lots and lots of goldfish. I've got to go down some steps now. Beautiful gate there. And now I'm going to walk through it. Well, that was a nice little find. And the Arab baths are down there, but I'm going to walk up this way. Carrying up here now. I've just seen the street cleaner go through, but they just do a fantastic job of keeping all of these back streets spotlessly clean. And now the Arab baths are just down to the right. Bookshop where you'll find lots of books in English. Actually just looks like an old English bookshop, doesn't it? just come round the back now of Plaza Court. So Plaza Court over towards the left over there. Cafes here, some of them only just setting up. This is Santa Eulalia. The church is open. Again, one of those places that if you're passing, you should go in. I'm going to walk down another back street. I want to go and have a look to see what's happening to the Templar Arch. Just keep my eye on that one.
Conclusión que estamos.
Strange to find a supermarket in such an old building. Hotel here, luxury, of course, 5-star hotel.
Sí, sí, sí. Se puede.
You don't have to walk very far in Palma before you come across another huge church. This is St. Francisco. And I've done a video inside that church. Don't enter from the front if you're doing the visit. You go through the entrance over there. There's a school here as well, and so if you're here on a weekday, you'll find you get surrounded by school children who come out for their merienda. When I went in, I was almost the only person in the church, as I frequently am. This is the Carrera de Ramonul. And some work done here on this one. All the windows are boarded up. Never noticed that before. Now that would be a nice building to have as our lodge. Not sure about the parking for it now. Department of Education, Culture and Sports. I have been to some exhibitions here in the past. They had a Beatles exhibition once. and there was a Masonic conference here, went over several days. But my main reason for coming down this road is for the building in front, which has got the scaffolding, and obviously a lot of work going on. And that is the Templar Arch. Hundreds of years old, and now they're actually doing something to make it look good again. They're going to turn it into a museum and a cultural sort of thing, cultural centre. The road here is actually called the Road of the Temple. Crane to lift up the concrete by the looks of things that they're putting in there, just to hold it all together. And this work is projected to go on for some time, at a cost of not far off €2 million, and supposed to be taking them 17 months to complete. Well, it's somewhere I'm going to keep coming back to just to see what the progress is, and hopefully it'll all be done on time. Just walk around another corner, we find another church. This is Caritas. Caritas is charity. It's their main office there. It's another narrow street with interesting buildings. I like the look of this one. This has just left a natural sort of stone. And then sometimes you'll come out into a square or an area and you'll find a modern building. I don't like them, but that's what we have. And when I've done a little bit of a walk around Palma, this is one of the plazas, one of the squares I like to come to and take the weight off my feet. Lots of chairs, some in the shade, some in the sun. Sometimes I come a bit too early though and they're still wet from the dew that's been on them. So I just got to find one to sit on now. Watch the world go by. Well, there you go. I found myself a nice seat, which is not in the sun at the moment, so I'll stay here for a while and just have a little rest before I continue my walk. Well, I've had a nice little rest there, and I'm just going to go and see how the girls are getting on now. So I've just got a little short walk back to where the bus stop is. Park area there. Just keeping an eye on things. This little area just around here is a little bit more seedy than other parts of Palma. We're very close now to where the bus stops are, just down at the bottom of this road. And Anita said meet her at past, and it's 25 past now, so I've timed it just right, I think. So our bus, the bus stop, that's actually our bus. Not sure how long he's going to be waiting there. And this will be waiting hopefully just around the corner. The sun's out now, and if you're in the sun it feels really nice. And there the ladies are. I can see them in the distance. Anita's red coat always stands out.
wenn ihr kennt auch die Gegend, oder?
Got another shopping bag with her. I think she has, you know. Bit of a breeze picking up now. There you go.
As well.
Yeah, so we managed to get the bus, and I guess we'll be setting off soon. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.